love. So it's widely used to express acceptance of all sexualities. But I don't feel this adequately expresses acceptance for trans and non-binary people. Because gender identity is not about who we love. It's about loving who we are.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to react to some insanity and TikTok, but one specific kind of subject matter that I found to be quite interesting. So before I move forward, I want to thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things, being members of this channel. It's helping so much, and I do appreciate you very, very much. I hope you know that. So with that, we're going to talk about this love is love thing is now transphobic. It's shocking. It's never good enough. It's ridiculous how people just keep pushing these weird narratives in the trans. It's all trans. It's nothing to do so much with LGB part of it. It's all the trans people are just gone off the deep end, and they never feel satisfied, which is weird to me. So with that, I'm gonna bring this up. Let's react to this and move forward. Okay, so here we go.
If you have used the term love is love this Pride Month or ever, please watch this video. Now, while this phrase is a beautiful and divinely true sentiment, I want you to reconsider its use as a catch-all phrase for LGBTQIA+ rights. Love is love comes from campaigns for marriage equality. It addresses the fact that all people deserve to love who they love. So it's widely used to express acceptance of all sexualities. But I don't feel this adequately expresses acceptance for trans and non-binary people. Because gender identity is not about who we love. It's about loving who we are. Under my videos speaking towards my experience as a trans person, I've noticed a lot of folks in my comments replying love is love, or even referring to Pride Month as gay pride. This harkens back to a vast history of trans people being pushed to the side in the Pride movement. While trans and gender nonconforming women and people of color like Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Rivera, Miss Major, and many more were pivotal in organizing for LGBTQ+ rights during the Stonewall Uprising. A lot of cisgender—
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there. Wow. And just like a minute, this person threw us all under the bus. First off, as a transsexual person who's lived this way for 32 years, what are you talking about? Number one. Number two, love is love represents all of us. Let me just remind you, I'm going to read this to you right here, my friend. Love is a phrase meaning that the love expressed by an individual or couple is valid regardless of the sexual orientation or gender identity of their lover or partner. Love is love no matter what type of adversity we're going to face. We're going to be together. This movement is one of unity. What part of that are you not comprehending? I'm actually confused by you. I think a lot of us are confused by you. I feel like you just want to make a problem. That's what I feel. It's always encompassed all of us. It's never not. I've never, as a transsexual person, felt like I wasn't included in that. And I don't know why you all of a sudden feel like you're not included in that. And also, why are you doing that? What purpose is this for? Do you just feel like you need to be seen, or do you feel like you need to be heard, or do you, because I watched your whole TikTok channel, it's literally about you pushing very negative energy out there, and nothing that you do is positive. Nothing. This is not positive. This is actually hurting us. So number one. Number two, why is it always 3 black trans women? Why aren't you ever talking about more trans black women? How come it's only those 3 black trans women? Okay, and then you say others, but you never ever mention any other black trans women. That feels racist to me on some level. And I also want to remind you that some of the narrative that you keep pushing about black trans women is not true. Okay? Not true at all. Marsha P. Johnson was a transvestite. Okay? They were a gay man who liked to dress like a woman. Awesome. Cool. Transvestite, crossdresser. They were not trans. They never identified as trans. You are rewriting black history, which is also racist, by the way. Just so you know, friend. Oh, God. The rest of this. I'm scared.
People in our community, specifically gay men, were against trans inclusion in the movement because they felt that it would hold them back. And this still happens today with a huge community of folks who identify as LGB without the T. And in 2007, L and G rights leaders were willing to sacrifice protections for trans people in the 2007 Employment Non-Discrimination Act for the sake of gaining their own. This just shows how society was and is more ready to accept homosexuality before trans existence.
Guess what, sweetie pie? Gay men and gay rights was happening way before trans rights because there were no trans people. I was around. You weren't. I was there. Number one. Number two, the reason why organizations like LGB are starting to exist is because of people like you destroying what we built with our LGB brothers and sisters. You are making it so difficult for us to even exist with the LGB part. Let me give you a little history here. The reason we existed with LGB is because many of us, including myself, came from the LGB movement, okay? As a gay woman, when I transitioned, I still felt a part of that community, and I still do today. And I actually don't blame them for wanting to separate because of wingnuts like you creating all these false narratives, all this negative energy out there as if, oh, poor trans people. We've existed way before TikTok existed, just so you know, and we were doing just fine. It's as if you just want to be marginalized. And if you want to create this hate, gay men are the ones who helped me, not trans people. Gay men helped me to actually transition 32 years ago. So I don't know what I feel like you have a little homophobia going on there, sweetie pie.
Exclusion, both within and without the LGBTQIA+ community, is a big reason why us trans folks are still fighting for our rights today. With now 597 anti-trans bills circling the United States, 42 have passed. So I challenge you to consider the implications of the verbiage you are using. Do not let us trans folks fade into the background of your support and allyship. Don't just say love is love. Say love is love and protect trans lives. Then take action accordingly.
I challenge you to sit down and do your history and actually talk real. You're not talking real. You're on TikTok doing this. I know exactly what you're doing. You're doing this to be sort of famous or whatever. You're ruining it all for all of us, friend. All of us, okay? Because I challenge you back, okay, to just sit down and listen to what love is love has always represented us as trans people. Never once have I felt not included in love is love. It's unbelievable to me, the stuff that you put out there. Like, this is so insanely not only homophobic, but transphobic.
Accordingly. And if you do not know how, you can sign up for my trans allyship video course at the link in my bio. Society consistently uplifts those who have the closest proximity to privilege. A pride parade is not just a big party. It is a march. We need to focus our Pride Month on lifting up those who need our support the most. As Marsha said, no pride for some of us without liberation for all of us. So let's get to.
Well, you don't seem to want to include all of us. So why don't you take your own advice? Oh my God, you are a mess. You are completely all over the place. I can't even believe some of the stuff you just said. The most important part of your message that really was hilarious to me is that you said you can sign up for my allyship. Oh, really? How much does that cost? Are you going to do that as a service to the community, or are you charging for your program to sign up for to learn? I beg of anybody out there, if you want to learn about how to be an ally, please don't do it with this person. They're not creating allies. They're creating a divide between me and you. Everything this person said is a complete total lie and a divide, okay? So please don't sign up for their allyship. That's not their intention. Their intention is to brainwash you and gaslight you into thinking that they're marginalized when they're not marginalized, okay? Wow, just wow. I'm just like, what? Really? Wow, you just ruined a whole good thing. Now, love is transphobic. Oh my God, what's next? Oh, I know. I have another one here because I just couldn't even believe that you're actually on the internet. spewing this stuff. Okay, watch the energy of this person. And you're telling me that this person is giving a course on allyship and also wants to create bridges with the rest of the world?
Just because you feel threatened by trans people doesn't mean trans people pose a threat to you. If you feel sickened by trans existence, then you are literally the one who is sick, not us. This is how I know that trans people are on the right side of history. Because in my world, everyone deserves the freedom and autonomy to exist in their truth. Even you. You have every right to hate us. You have every right to think we're sick or going to hell, because ultimately that is your poison. But you do not have any right to claim autonomy over our bodies or our freedom to just be. You do not have any right to make your hate our problem. If only you would stop mistaking your fear for divine resonance and take a moment to look inward, then you would find a universal love that is just...
Okay, this person is nuts. First off, the energy is so hateful and insane. Would you actually take allyship advice from this person? They think the whole world hates them. They're coming to this with such insane, negative, hateful energy. It's crazy to me. First off, I've never felt like that. Never. As a trans person, have I ever felt what you're talking about? Okay, maybe it's because I come to the world with a little bit more open heart, and maybe I come to the world without thinking everybody hates me because I'm trans, okay? That has nothing to do with anything. You're creating, I keep saying it, you create that hate. You're creating the divide. You just said it in the last video I just said. You were making the accusation towards gay men that they hate trans people. Yet here you are saying that's your problem. You're the one who's creating that hate. Wow, it's so crazy. Do you even listen to yourself before you post these?
Begging to be held. That love is the power that you see us walking in. That love is our light that is just too bright for you. Not because it's wrong, but because you've spent too much time with the lights off. Now, I wish that you would wake up, but like I said, that is your choice. You can stay afraid. Just stop trying to drag us back into the dark. It will never work. I love you. And once you love you, then you will be able to love me.
You do not love you. Just so you know, friend, you do not love you in any way, shape, or form. Secondly, what are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? Who hates you? I mean, they probably hate you because you're insane, but they don't hate you because you're trans. Nope, not one inkling of it. It's your energy. Okay? It's your energy, and it's your desire to create these sort of schisms between, you're making it us versus them. It's not how it is. It's not us versus them. It's you versus them. Okay? So maybe if you come to this with a little less gnarly energy, I feel like, whoa, I would hate to even be around you. Number one. Number two, and maybe if you came to it with less of an idea that the world hates you, you might be able to make some change. Okay? That's just a little bit of Trampa advice for you. I hope you enjoyed this crazy. That was crazy. That was actually, I don't even know what else to say other than it was less heavy than the other stuff I've been doing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. Thank you so much for always watching. I do appreciate you so much, and I'll see you on Wednesday on the lives.